Hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome to episode 5. Today is Micromegas. Okay, so I absolutely love me some Voltaire. If you don't know who Voltaire is, he was a French philosopher and writer way back in the day. Micromegas was written in 1752. That's what, about 260, 70 years ago. I'm not good at math, y'all. Especially not off the top of my head. I'm just not a math person. Words are my thing. I fucks with words. And I do want to apologize real quick if I lose anybody. I did decide to switch it up and go a more philosophical route. Just for various reasons. For this video and maybe the next few videos, I don't know, we're gonna see how it goes. But mainly I do want to apologize if I am jumping around too much, or if you guys have questions that you want some elaboration on. I do apologize for that. Like, I legit sit down and ask for guidance before I do these videos, and then what happens, what is said. I don't really have any control. Well, I do have control over it, but it's not scripted. So, like, I'm a way better writer than I am a speaker. And yeah, so if you guys visit the blog, then you'll see that. But this is more so just fun and a way to get out and get to know you guys better. I did not introduce myself. I keep forgetting that. If you guys don't know me and you're just tuning in, I am the Enigma. I have a site called SereneEnigmaGoods. It's for enlightenment, self-discovery, and self-development. So if at any time you feel like you need help in those areas, the links are all below. So you can go ahead and hit those up. And we are going to get started for today. I'm so excited, you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for being here today. And again, like, all I was trying to relay in that first part was, if you guys do end up with questions or whatnot and you want elaboration, just stay tuned. A lot of shit will be answered over time during these videos. These videos, as I said, are not to teach anybody anything. It's just a way for me to get out there to you guys. I'm just trying to stay mindful, or be mindful and aware that you guys are not in my head. So you guys don't see the shit that's going on up here. So I'm just trying to be like more mindful and aware of that, just in case. Oh my gosh, look at my little... Okay, so side note, I have been doing, and this is when I had first started painting, I'd been doing research on like little painting hacks or whatnot, and they were like, for your, what is this thing even called? The color palette. So for your color palette, you should get like, instead of buying those little thingies, you can get like a picture frame. And so I went to the Dollar Tree and I got these, and I honestly think they were talking about the, like the regular glass ones, but I fucks with these because I'm a rebel. And I like different shit, so, and this one just fits my hand better. So if you guys are watching out there, and look, I got paint on it. I was trying something new, so that's why this paint is here. But remember when I said on the last video that I had found my home? Oh my god. So the painting that I'm doing today is by a lady named Johnny on here. And she has her own channel and whatnot, but she does these fantasy paintings. Oh my god, it's so up my alley. I cannot tell you guys. So today I am going to do a rendition of one that she did for her, it was like some sort of celebration. I want to say it was for like followers or something, a celebration of how many followers that she had accumulated. At any rate, the picture was dope AF. So I'm going to try my rendition of it. Of course, I'm going to leave, I'm going to put like a little picture up here of her information and stuff if you guys want to follow her, hit her up, or what have you. I'm not going to be, as I said before, I'm a rebel, so I'm not going to be really following the video today. I did watch the video, so like I do shit differently if y'all haven't noticed by now. So I did watch the video, you guys, and the way that she does it just looks so easy. Now, I'm not saying that it's gonna even turn out right on this end, but you guys will probably most likely get the idea as I'm flapping my gums and talking or whatnot. So I'm using most of the colors that, or maybe half to most of the colors that she had used in her video. And again, I'm not trying to copy her or anything. She does do like these tutorials, these paint tutorials, and where she teaches you how to do these paintings on her channel. And for anybody out there that is wanting to learn how to paint, I would really and truly suggest that you hit her channel up, because I cannot be the one to teach you how to paint. Because as you see here, like I say, I'm a rebel. Like, this isn't even how she started her painting off, but I feel like, I don't know, like I have a problem with conforming, or conformity, I should say. So I'm not doing it exactly like hers, but I do follow her and I do try her paintings because I really like her style. I really fuck with her style, and I really want to like learn the techniques or whatever, and then after that I'll be good to kind of like do my own thing and make up my own shit as I go here. But as of right now, I am still in the learning of techniques phase, honey. So that's what we doing. So moving right along to Micromegas. But yeah, how many of you guys out there know who Voltaire is? And I'm not talking about the, I think there's like a Spanish singer out there, a little cutie out there named Voltaire, but I'm talking about the old school dude. But yeah, I feel like me and this dude are kindred spirits. You know, I told y'all I'm learning French. I've always loved the French culture. So yeah, I really fuck with him. What Micromegas is about is, you know how I always say the human condition? It's just about that. And like, its rawest form. Let me get this worked out real quick, and I'm going to let you guys know how the story goes. Again, you guys, this is not the way that she started this painting off. This is not the way that she does this particular painting, but it's paint and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. So this is my background if you guys can't tell. All right, so Micromegas. Again, story written in a novella written in 1752, and this is about a huge dude. As you can tell, his name is Micromegas. Huge dude from a planet off in a planet by the star Sirius, I believe they said. So that's the planet that he's from. And mind you, now this was like one of, if not the first, science fiction novels or novellas or written piece of literature. So kudos to Voltaire for that, my main man. Yeah, I like this. I like this so far. I know it's fucked up, but I like it so far. But yeah, it's about this huge alien. huge dude. And he gets banned from his home planet. So he decides to go on a voyage around the universe. He stops at Saturn. And he meets this Saturn, or I don't even know how you say it, Saturnian diplomat. So he meets this diplomat, and then they decide that they want to scurry on over to Earth, see what's going on over here. So when they get here, they figure that because they have not, and I'm going to go into detail about this story, it's just a rough draft. So they figure that because they haven't seen any life forms on the planet, they figure that there are none. And so they both have very different views of how the universe is because of their backgrounds and their individual experiences. And so we are going to be exploring that here. So as I was saying, or like I was saying, Micromegas was this huge being. He got kicked off his home planet because he decided that he wanted to write a book. He decides that he wants to write a book about the insects on his planet. And at that time, that was just not the status quo, and it was going against everything that the higher ups on his planet felt was right, basically. So they had this trial that lasted for so many hundreds of years. They had this trial for Micromegas, and while they were having this trial, they pretty much said that his book was heresy. It was like, you gotta get the fuck out. So that's what Micromegas did. He took it upon himself to take that time to travel the universe. And I believe they banished him for like 800 years or some shit. Mind you now, Micromegas and his peeps, they lived to about 10 million, I think they said 10.5, so 10.5 million Earth years. That's a lot. So they live about that long. So he is like pretty much, and the book is like, he's in his infancy. So he's pretty much a young man when all of this goes down. And so he's trying to now expand his spirit and his intellect, quite like we would do if we wanted to go traveling. Traveling broadens the perspective, I feel, and I feel like when people go traveling, most of the time that is the desired goal. And so that is what Mr. Megas, I feel like calling him Mr. Megas, oh my god. So that's what Micromegas does. He sets out on this voyage and he goes and he visits these different places. His first stop was Saturn. So he gets to Saturn, and it was so crazy because when he got to Saturn, he starts talking to this this diplomat, and they're going over all the differences that he can see right off the bat, and he's asking the Saturn diplomat like more things about that particular planet and the people that inhabit it, because Micromegas, he's been like darting from planet to planet and learning all this shit. And so, and I'm gonna get to what he learned like a little bit, but I just wanted to get the basis of the story down first. So the reason I said that it was like so funny is because as they're doing this, the they decide that they want to go on a voyage, and the Saturnian, I can't even say it right, but the dude from Saturn, his girlfriend comes into the room and she just starts like going the hell off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is some real true life shit right now. So that kind of tripped me out. But anyway, so they as they're sitting there talking, this is before they decide to go on the little mission. As they are sitting there talking, they're discussing like the differences, and Micromegas is like, well, I've been here, and here, and I want to know like more about your planet. So he goes, well, how long do you guys live? And so the Saturn person, he was like, well, we live for, I think he said 15,000 years. And he was like, as you can see, it's like being cut down right at the moment life begins. And I'm like, 15,000 years, Jesus, that's a long time. But then Micromegas comes back with, well, on my planet we live for 10 million years. And so the dude from Saturn, he's like, oh, mind you now, Micromegas is like 120,000 feet tall, and this Saturn dude is like 6,000 feet, right? Feet tall, right? So as they are, I'm sorry, I'm looking for paint. So as they are like discussing all of this, all of these differences, he even went to like the senses. He was like, so how many senses do you guys have? Now, of course, you know, we have like the regular old 5, but the Saturn dude, he was like, well, we have 72 senses, I think he said. And then the dude, Micromegas, he was like, well, we have 1,000. And so now I'm saying all of this because it's going to make a very valid point in a few minutes. So they decided they want to go on a voyage, philosophical voyage to Earth, and they want to basically make this voyage because, of course, they want to learn and get more insight. So they finally get to Earth, and when they touch down, it says that they ate 2 to 3, I want to say 2 to 3 mountains for breakfast that were fixed up by the crew oh so nicely. I remember that part just because I'm a foodie, y'all, and I fucks with food. But I was thinking the whole time, like, mountains, I don't think that's gonna be real delicious at all. But at any rate, they ate the mountains, and then they went, or they started circumnavigating the globe. And it took them about 36 hours to do so. And so after, or while they were doing this, of course they were looking for life on the planet. And sorry, y'all. Give me one sec. I gotta concentrate. So again, as they're doing this, they are looking for life on the planet. And so the Saturn dude, he goes, well, there's no life on this planet because I haven't seen any yet. They had circumnavigated the globe, so that was his best argument as to why there was no life on the planet. And so Micromegas, he says, well, just because you don't see any life on the planet doesn't mean that there is not any life on this planet. And so they're going through this debate on whether there's intelligent life on this planet or not because they don't see any. And so the Saturn dude, the Saturn dude, he's like starting to warm up to the idea that you know, there may be some life on this planet they just haven't seen. But then he goes, well, if there is life on the planet and we haven't seen it, I doubt that they're smart, or I doubt that they have any intellect or a soul because of the smallness, I guess. So Micromegas is like, well, I've traveled this universe and I've seen beings way bigger than us. And I've seen beings way smaller than us. Mind you now, this Saturn dude, remember I said he was like 6,000 feet tall? So in the book, it says that for every step that Micromegas took, it took this dude from Saturn, it took him 12 steps to make. And then they he had like a description, and it goes, it was kind of like one of those lap dogs walking behind its owner. So that kind of tripped me out a little bit. So they keep doing this debate type of thing until the dude from Saturn, he's like, mind you, you guys, I don't really know if I'm doing this correctly or not, but we gonna see. So he goes, wait a minute, I see something. So he sees like this speck as they're walking in the ocean. He sees the speck and he picks it up. He picks the speck up with his fingernail, and the speck turns out to be a whale. And they are both highly amused at this whale and the fact that they have found some sort of life on this planet. And so, in their amusement, I guess, I think that they started arguing some more, debating some more. And then Micromegas' necklace breaks. And it was like diamonds. And they were like so big or whatnot. But when his necklace breaks, it forces them to look on the ground and like feel like on the ground or whatnot. And so they then had to make telescopes out of their fingernail clippings. So I know y'all, this is like sci-fi at its best. So they make this telescope, and when they make the telescope, they realize that there are people like down below in a boat or something, and they're scurrying about, running about, because they see something going on. And so they make the telescope, and then they make an apparatus to hear the people talking. And these people talking are philosophers that just happen to be traveling. Go figure. Philosophers that just happen to be traveling that day. So yeah, they keep talking and whatnot, and then they start conversing with these philosophers on the happenings or whatnot of our planet, because Micromegas is like, well, surely, or not Micromegas, well, they both kind of are like, surely these people are not very smart because they're so small. And to their surprise, these philosophers, they start talking more, and they basically impress and wow the Saturn dude and Micromegas. So Micromegas somehow takes pity upon the peoples, and he decides to write a book for the humans. A book explaining everything, explaining the point of it all, is what they said. Hold on, y'all, I gotta concentrate to get these right. I don't... Sorry, I had to get these. I know Miss Johnny is like, what in the hell are you doing, ma'am, to my painting? I'm sorry. Okay. So Micromegas, he writes this book, and it's supposed to be explaining the point of the universe or whatnot. And once he gives it to like the French ambassador or something, and then once he does that, the French ambassador he naturally opens it to see what it contains, and guess what? It contains nothing. It's just blank pages. I fucking loved it. So that was pretty much the end of it. And I want to tell you guys my takeaways once I get finished fucking up this painting. My takeaways from this are, one, it just shows how like we're all the same at our core. And when I say that, like, you guys are really gonna have to go to understand what I mean. You guys are really gonna have to go and listen or read the book. And don't worry, it's not long at all. But it just really points out that at our core, like, we are all the fucking same. And we're all driven by the same shit. There are two forces that drive humans: pain and pleasure. Every decision that you make is based off whether it's going to bring you pain or whether it's going to bring you pleasure. Two, I feel like our differences, or what we perceive as our differences, they're only skin deep, and they're necessary. Think about this. Think about this. I really want y'all to think about it. How many of you watching this know how to build a car? How many of you know how to build a cell phone? How many of you know how to build a microwave? How many of you know how to build, what else do we have that seemingly will fuck up our day if it goes awry? A computer. How many of you know how to build those things from scratch, from the ground up? Give me a thumbs up or a comment or something. Let me know if you know how to build it. All those things. My guess is that the vast majority of the people that are watching this do not know how to build at least one of those things from scratch, from the ground up. And so that is my point. Like, we need our differences. We need those differences, because without them, a lot of the shit that we have today that we hold near and dear would not even exist if it were not for those differences. Again, you guys, I'm not doing this one. I'm not following all the rules that Miss Johnny laid out. But I'm gonna get it done. But yeah, what I was saying was, so our differences, our ability to think, our consciousness, those are all gifts. They're gifts. They're not hindrances. They're not something that we should be looking to condemn each other for or about. They are gifts for the universe, for mankind. Think of it as your debt to the universe. Your debt to the universe, all that is your purpose in life. So once you find your purpose in life, focus on finding your purpose in life. And once you find that purpose, share it. Start sharing that with the universe, with people, with your fellow man. And the universe will reciprocate that in the most wondrous ways. So, yeah, that's my little 2 cents on the subject. I'm going to finish these trees. Again, this is not exactly what Miss Johnny had in mind for hers, but I'd rather fuss with it. Look at that. Now she had like a whole bunch of shadowing and everything. Like I said, I have not done the actual painting. This will be my first time, and I'm kind of just winging it as I go, because I kind of like want to know, like I'm that type of person, like I have to do things. Oh gosh, my face is so oily. I have to do things first. It's almost like my hands need a demonstration, and then once that happens, it's kind of like, okay, a few more times and we got it. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy. It is not. It is difficult to, well, it's not difficult, but it's not as easy as I thought it would be initially, which is not a bad thing at all, actually. I really enjoy painting and mixing colors and such. Now, mind you, this is probably, well, I know it's not gonna turn out exactly how hers is. And I really and honestly didn't want it to turn out exactly like hers was. I just wanted y'all to get like a general idea of where this ship is heading for the future. So right now I'm just adding some highlights to my waterfall in the sky. And I'm gonna add some highlights to my my trees here in a minute. Once I get finished with this. Yes, did you see that? I love it when paint just surprises me and it's not all the way dry yet. Ugh, it's the best. It's the best. Look at this blend. Yes. Yes, honey. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So now I gotta do some, where's my pen? My pen brush. I'm going to do these highlights right quick, so y'all can see somewhat of the finished product. And don't you guys worry, like, this shit's gonna get better. I'm just learning at the moment, and kind of doing my own thing whilst learning how to do this. But yeah, look at this. Hi, honey. This cute. A little bit. So she did some like shadowing here in the clouds. It's really freaking beautiful. And I'm gonna see if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it, if I can recreate it. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go. Cause this video is uber long. Like I sit down and I swear to God, like I be wanting these videos to be real short, but they do not come out that way. No matter how much I try, it's like I feel like they get progressively longer each time, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, thank you guys for being here today, and go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Help spread the light. So I just tried something here and I'm really fucking with it. So I just put like some turquoise right here and to like add some shadows, and I really like how this color looks on this. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some more turquoise there. But yeah, all right guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Toodles.